Welcome to the show, it's roll to win. Reaction time is here, so let's begin. From epic rolls to crazy bets, we break it down, you ain't seen nothing yet. Practice like you play, it's time to begin. Take your shot and go roll to win. Craps and fun, we're all in. This is the channel where winners win.
Alright everybody, today we're going to bring you another reaction video. Probably the last one for the season 2024. We'll be heading into 2025. We're going to get kind of rowdy next year, I hope. Depends on how many dumbass videos there are out there for me to react to. I can't even get caught up. Gonna bring you one today. I'm not calling this one dumbass. I ain't even seen it yet. Hadn't even seen it yet. But it's brought to you by our good friend Ryan over at Mark the Point. It's called Crush the Casino with this big boy crap strategy. Alright, so here we are. We got Ryan from Mark the Point. This caught my eye. Why? Caught my eye. Why? Big boy. I immediately thought of Shoney's and the big boy guy standing out front. I'm like, man, I could use a really good hamburger. Because I love... Did that sound like Andy Griffin? I love me some Shoney's big boy. Hadn't had one in a while. All right. We've got a video says, let's go. Crush the casino with the big boys craps strategy. Let's check it out. See what Ryan's put out for us today.
We made over $1,000 on the big boy system. You gotta love it. We started with $2,500. You made some great money. Made over $1,000. My point today, we're gonna be talking about the big boy strategy.
All right, so Mark the Point, Ryan, always gives us an idea on, before he starts rolling these out, what his strategy is. Okay, number one, we know he's got a $2,500 bankroll. He's calling this the big boy crap strategy. I'm going to say you're probably using too much of your buy-in, but let's go with it.
This is the guy that has over $2,000 into his bankroll. He's ready to go to Vegas or Biloxi or wherever he's going to hit the craps table, and he's there to make money, and he's there to smash the casino with everything they got. He's there to win, and this is how we're going to do it, guys. Again, these are going to be big boy levels, okay? So go ahead and prepare yourself with your bankroll, but this is going to go across. This is going to be 640 across, okay?
Let's do the math. I see 200 on, no, I'm looking at the payout. All right, so we got 100 on every number, 120 on the 6 and 8, 640. Almost 25% of your buy-in, if it's a $2,500 buy-in. Actually, 500 would be 25 to 20%. So it's a pretty big, it's a substantial number. It's a substantial number of the buy-in.
640 across, and I'm going to show you the idea of what we're going to do here. Now remember, your 4 and 10 will be buy bets. That's a $100 bet. It would cost you a VIG up front. I'm not going to handle the VIGs today, but know that when you play on the table, you're going to have to play with the VIGs. Either it's going to be a pre-bet or it's going to be on the payout, either way. However, what you're going to do is, again, this is going to be 640 across. Black chip level, $120 on the 6 and 8. And the idea here is to get 3 hits, any 3 hits that you can get, and then you're going to use the profit money. You're going to take these bets down, and you're going to use the profit money to be able to make more money with more leverage. You're leveraging a big bankroll to be able to get into profit, and then you're going to hammer with the profit that you have. Okay, so again, let's get an idea here.
All right, let's get an ID here. All right, I got the ID. We're going to sacrifice potentially on a PSO $640, but we're looking for 3 hits. So we got to have point, or number before we can see big red. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to skip ahead because each one of those pay in the inside 140, and then obviously the 4 and 10 going to play 200 less the vig of $5. So let me skip ahead here. Let's get into it. I know he's going to do some kind of reduction. I'm scrolling through right there. You can see he's got green chips out instead of black chips. So let's let that work, and then we're going to go right into the play.
Let's roll it out. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to get this set up. Again, we're going to wait for a point to get established. We're going to dump the bowl.
All right, so if you like strategies, I'll go ahead and say this. If you like strategies, go ahead and give him a subscribe if you're not a member. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of extravagant, you know, everybody knows I don't like strategies. Don't like playing a specific way on any particular time. I think you've got to adapt to the table to be good over the long haul. But nonetheless, give him a like, subscribe, whatever. All right.
We're going to grab 2 dice here. Let's grab this.
Okay. I have to ask, not just because he just did it, but I mean, everybody got these short tables. They do these strategies and they dump the dice. Why do you even bother? Why do you even bother to dump 5 dice out and pick 2? I mean, my God, you're throwing in a little bitty tub, shoebox, or whatever it is you're throwing in. Everybody wants to dump the dice. It don't make a dang. Just pick out 2 dice because you're going to sling them against the wall anyway.
This one and this one. Put these back into the bowl. And let's get a point established, and let's go here. Again, starting with $2,500, $2,500. The point is 9. Let's mark the point on the 9. That's a sensor field 9. We're going to drop down $640. $640. Again, you will have to pay a vig up front on the 4 and 10, but that's $640 here. And let's go ahead and roll this thing out.
For those that don't know, vig is vigorish. That's a commission. You have to pay it to get the correct payout of 2 for 1 on the 4 and 10. But you know what? It's not really correct if you're having to pay a commission. It's 5%. So each one of those 4 and 10s cost you $5 each.
Point is 9, and let's go, shooter. And there's a 10. That's going to be the 6-4-10 down there on the end. That's Big Ben. That $100 is to pay us $200. So I'm going to put that $200 right here. Again, I'm going to use this money as a little bit of a holding spot because that's going to be my profits, okay? Here we go. And that's going to be the
profit only occurs. Don't be misled. I know he don't mean it, but profit only occurs when you have profit. Profit does not occur when you still have your money out on the table. If you have not recouped your initial investment on that table, you're not in profit.
a 415, excuse me. That's going to be the 415. That's going to pay us $140. So remember, a $100 bet pays me $140. Again, I'm going to put this money right here into the rack. I'm going to keep it. I'm looking for one more hit. Let's see if we can get one more hit. Here we go. And that's going to be a perfect. Wow, what a great scenario. I got the 4 and the 10. In this case, it's the Big Joe, which is the 4. That's going to pay me $200. Remember, 2 to 1. I will have to pay a vig for that. I'm going to put these back into my rack. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these bets all the way back down. These are going to go back into my rack. These are secured profit, okay? So here we are. This is my initial spread, and now this is the money I'm going to play with, okay?
All right, so just so you'll know, there's a lot of ways to play this kind. If you're brave enough to go out there at 640 across, and there's nothing wrong with that if you've got the bankroll. 2,500 is not really enough bankroll to be betting on random throwers or just guys slinging the dice like he's doing into the table. It's just not enough. You'll go broke probably quicker. All right, so that first hit, he could have went 110 inside and had profit and his money off the table. So one hit, he could have come down, but he didn't. He went for 3.
Okay.
It worked.
Now it's up to you how much you want to go back out here for. I definitely suggest always going back out there for $140 or $120 each, excuse me, on the 6 and 8 because you want to do that, right? So let's grab that money back.
Why do I want to do that? Because I want to? I don't really want to. I'd probably go 90 at max just so I can get 105 back.
That pulls these back. Okay. Now, what do you want to do with the rest of this? You could actually go the 5 and the 9 like this right here, and then you can go $50 each on the 4 and 10. It also depends on how you end up hitting these numbers. Depends on how you want to do your second spread. Again, you're using this money to generate more money or more profit. Okay. So here we go.
So at this point, he's taken every dime of profit off of those first 3 rolls and put it across.
Your initial bankroll is secured. This is all profit, and we're ready to roll this thing out. Here we go. And that's going to be a pair and a tray. You love it when she walks by. That is the 5, the 3, 2, 5. That's going to pay us $140. Okay. What can we do? We can go up to 125, and then we
Go to 150.
can collect the rest of it. So let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to go up to 125, excuse me. We're going to collect the rest. Here we go. Let's do it again. And that's going to be the 8, the 628, the easy 8. That's going to pay us 140, okay? Pays us 140. You can say, dealer, take me to 150. So what they'll
I'd say, dealer, take me to 180.
do is they'll exchange that out for a green chip. This is going to come back. This is going to go back to the rack, and that black chip is also going to come back to your rack, just like that. I'm going to put these back in this rack over here. All right, here we go. That's another hit. Let's keep it going. We hit the chips. This is still going to be an easy.
How can you hit the chips, dude? Come on, quit hitting the chips. They're right there in front of you. They're right there in front of you, and you're throwing in a shoebox, dude. Don't hit the chips.
Easy 6 to 516, but we did hit the chip. Pull that back there. That's still going to pay us $140. We're going to do the exact same thing, okay?
I'm going to 180.
What we're going to do is we're going to take this rack here. Let's make that a green chip, make it 150. Take that $10, go back to the rack, put the black chip back in the rack just like that. So that's another hit, guys. We're going to do just a small or a simple press on each one of these. There's another trayer. That's going to be the 3, the 2.
A trayer. Another trayer? It's a 5. I told him to go to 150. That would pay 210. So see, my math says if I hit a 5, I get 210. If I hit a 6, I get 210. If I hit an 8, I get 210. That's kind of the way my mind works.
The 5. That's $125. That'll pay me $175. So what we can do here, we can actually go all the way up to a $200 bet and take that $100 back to my rack just like that.
Go to 250. Go to 250. You're wanting to hit the hammer. You wanting to play big boy craps. Go to 250.
That's a beautiful move that I love. You're kind of switching that a little bit where you got 2 black chips. Now, if it hits again, you're set up to make some great money here. Here we go. That's another hit. Let's keep it going. And that's going to be the sensor field 9 to 639. That is the point. That's going to pay us $140. Okay. What we can do is go back to 125 like we did a while
Take it to 150.
ago. This money's going to go back to our rack. That is the point.
So right now, my 5 and 9 at 150 would pay 210. My 6 and 8 at 180 would pay 210. I kind of like those numbers.
Let's turn off the point and let's get a new one set. Here we go. And that's going to be another Big Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. The 314. Let's mark the point on the 4. That's our new point. And let's keep the roll going. And that is the 437. So you know what? We got a little ways in there. However, you know what? Again, the idea here.
If you've never had a stick man act like he's an umpire at home plate, he goes, "Yo!" You're out.
Is to get some profit from your profit. And let's keep it rolling here. So let's pull all these bets back. And let's get it all set back over again. The good news is, okay, is you still have your original $640 sitting right there in your bankroll. And that's going to be back on the 4 to 3-1 again. All right, let's mark the point on the 4. And say, dealer, take me back again at $640. They're going to set you up.
That's a lot of money to go out for the exposure, but 640 across. Go for it.
Just like this again, all black chips, and it's going to be $140, $120 on the 6 and 8. The 4 and 10 will be buy bets. All right, here we go. Let's go, shooter. Let's keep it going. And that's going to be an 8. That's going to be the easy 8. That's going to be hit number 1. Again, looking for 3 hits. That's what we're looking for. That's going to pay me $140. I am going to kind of put these to the side just so I know where my money lies. I'm going to put that over here. That is going to be my profit rack. That's hit number 1. Here's hit number 2. That's going to be another center field 9, the 639. Okay, perfect. That's going to pay me another 140. I'm just collecting right now, right? Just collecting.
Woo, we playing with fire here, but go ahead, dude.
I'm kind of losing a little bit of that risk in case the 7 does come out earlier or big red comes out earlier. Looking for one more hit. Here we go. And that's a 10 down there on the end. That's Big Ben. 6-4, Tim. That's going to pay me $200. Again, you'd have to pay out a VIG. That will pay me $200, but the goal here is to take all these bets
8, 9,
back.
and 10.
So all this will come back to our rack. Okay, remember, securing this all back. That is your original spread. And now what are we going to do? We're going to take all this money here and say, what are we going to do with it? We're going to spread it out, right? So again, we know we're going to go on the 6 and 8. We're going to go $120 each. That's 120 there. Let's go ahead and grab this red chip again and make it a 120 there. Okay. So what are we going to do with the rest of it? Now you do have $200 here. So you could take out, let's go ahead and take out $200 and see how we're going to spread them out. Let's move these back. We could go 50, 50, 50, and 50. And you know what? You have an extra 2 quarters here. Let's make it those 75 and 75. I'm going to put the red chip.
All right. So I'm going to give him a compliment right here. I like that spread with what he had. You got the 4 as the point. You're betting the 4, equal number on the 10. Go ahead and bump those 5 and 9s up so that they give you a black chip on a win. I like that spread right there, Ryan. I like that spread.
Back into the rack just like that. Okay? That way you can kind of spread it out any way you want to. But that's going to be a good bet. The inside will still pay you black chips. Actually, everything here will pay black chips. These will pay you $140. These will pay you $105 because that's $75. And these are also going to pay you $100 for $50. And that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, craps 3, no help to me. The shocker. And there's a 6, the 4, 2, easy 6. Okay, that's going to pay me $140. We got some more red chips here. That's going to pay me $140. Okay, 140. What can I do here? Again, looking for profit. I'm going to pull these bets back. I'm going to give it a green chip. Okay, just like that. Make it look like 150 and put the black chip back into my rack. Put the red chips.
Go ahead and go to 180.
Back into my rack. And we're ready to keep it rolling again. Now, here we go. And there's aces. That's the dots in both places.
Turn me off for 2 bets, please.
Aces
or 2 rolls. Eyes. Turn me off for 2 rolls.
Here we go. Here we go. There's another easy 8, the 628. Good. And that's $150. That'll pay me $175. Okay. We could do kind of the same thing we did a while ago. I guess the proper bet would be like 210. 210 would pay me $145. Let's do that there. Let's keep these bets, take them back to my rack.
You could have went to 240 and pay you $300.
That's going to be profits there. And let's keep this thing going. Let's hit that 8 again. And that's going to be the 4. That is the point. That's the 314. Okay. Go ahead and pay us $100. Okay. That'll pay us $100. We can swap this out, right? Make that look like $100. Put the $50 back in the rack. Remember, that would cost you a VIG.
Don't forget to turn the point off.
But that's all right. We're not worried about the VIGs on my table. And that was the point, by the way. Let's turn off the point.
There you go.
And that is a 5, 2, 7. What a great time to hit. Remember I said earlier, when the puck is off, our bets are off. We always turn our bets off when the puck is off. Here we go. And that's another 2 craps, 2 snake eyes. Again, the puck is off, so it doesn't matter. We're not playing a pass line anyways, so it wouldn't matter to us anyways. That's going to be a 5-1-6. Let's mark the point on the 6. That's the new point. And let's keep it going. And that's a 5-2-7.
I'm glad I never said turn me on. All them aces was just scaring me a little bit. I call that the bow. That's the bow play. We're doing the bow.
You know what? We didn't get out of that one, but that's okay. That's okay. We was able to put some money back into our rack. Remember, securing our initial investment. But we're going to pull these bets back, put all this back into our rack. Sorry, to the bank. And we're going to reset up for a new one. Let's turn the puck off, and let's get another set of dice here. Let's do that. Let's get another set of dice.
Yeah,
Let's
dump
grab
that
this
bowl
one and this
as
one.
if
Let's
it
put these
matters.
two back. And let's go, shooter. Here we go. New shooter. New shooter. That's going to be the 5-4-9, the center field. That's the 5-4. Let's mark the point on the 9. Drop down. That's $640. Remember, that is our initial spread. $640. Big boy style. This is big boy craps here. Not the bubble craps. Okay, we don't play bubble craps right now. This is something you're going to do at the main table. You're going to show your guns because you get rated better at the table when you do bubble crap. So make sure
We don't play for ratings. We play to win.
you know that. And that hit the chips. When it hit the
Come on, dude. Quit hitting the chips. Dude, Ryan. So confusing. Ryan the point. Mark the point. Ryan and mark the point. You're from the South. You're supposed to know how to shoot. You're supposed to have good aim. Why? You're from the South. Show it. Quit hitting the chips when they're like 2 inches in front of you. Come on, dude.
the chips, guys, guess what happens? We know what happens when it hits the chips. That
Yep.
is a 617. Just
Ouch.
like that, a 617.
Oh.
So everything here, you know, that's going to happen. That's called a PSO or 0.7 out. That is $640 down. But that's okay. We've already gained some money back. So it's a hitter. It kills us, but it doesn't hurt us too bad because we were able to gain some profit on the way. Let's
It
turn the
hurt
puck here off and let's
$640.
make it for one more run here. There we go. And that's going to be the 5. Let's mark the point on the 5. That's the 4-1, the no field 5. And here we go. We're going to go back out there at $640. 640. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 640. That's 20. And that's 20 right there. All right. We are ready to roll.
640.
Looking for 3 hits. And there's another 5. That's going to be the pair and the trade, the 3 and the 2. How about that? That's going to pay us $140. 140. That's going to go back into a rack just like this.
All right, so I'm looking at the breaks in the little line right there with red turns to white, kind of fades into gray. So there's a long break right here. So I'm going to assume he's going to have a really nice roll down through here somewhere. So what I'm going to do right now is kind of give you an alternative bet to his bet. We just hit what? 325. We hit the point, had 100 on it. Pays 140, drop $10, go to 250.
This. Let's turn the puck off. That is the point. And
Because we are playing Shoney's big boy craps strategy.
let's do it again. And that is the 4-3-7. That is now the second time we've hit a 7 while the puck is off. A great time to hit it. Do not work your bets when the puck is off. You love that little grace period, right? That's going to be the 5-1-6. Let's mark the point on the 6. And look.
Is it just me, or does that puck say no?
For 2 more hits. 2 more hits. That's the 5-3-8. That's the easy 8. 5-3. Okay. That's going to pay us $140. Remember, they're set up at 120. That pays me 140. So all this is going to come back to my rack. Looking for one more. Let's get one more hit here. Here we go.
I would have pressed that to at least 180.
And there we go. How about that? That is the 2x4. That is the other 6. The 2x4. That's going to pay me $140. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and make it look like 150. I'm just going to drop the $50 back out of my rack. Makes it a little bit.
Why are you pressing the 6 when you didn't really press the 8 all that much? I would take that sucker to 180.
Easier here. Take that, make it look here. Oh gosh, that's not what I'm doing. Stop. Let's reverse
Wrong strategy. Wrong strategy.
all that. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still make that light 140. This here is gonna come back into my rack. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull these bets down. I'm not pressing up yet. I'm securing this profit first, or securing my original bankroll first. And now I'm gonna play with the
If I'm going for 3 or 4 hits, why not go ahead and press?
excess. This is the excess, okay? Now, if you want to go back and use some of this money, which is in your bag as excess, you are 100% able to do that. If you want to risk it, it's totally up to you. Or if you're like, you know what, I'm kind of good with what I have, that's probably your discretion and your choice. Let's go here. I have 175 left. Let's go 50 here. Let's go 50 here. I'm going to pull this one back. You know, I only have 25 there, but you know what? I am going to drop a little bit here. I'm going to drop $75.
There you go. Pull some money out of the rack. Press them 5 and 9s up. Let's go.
Because I want about $50 on a 4 and 10 at least, so I can generate a little more profit when they hit. Here we go. All right, let's go, shooter. I think that was a point, right? Let's turn off the point. And there's a 10. That is a new point. That's the hard 10.
Go to 100.
10. All right, here we go. And that's going to be the square pair, guys. That's not.
Take the 4 to 100 just like I just did on the 10. There we go.
Square
right,
pair.
10,
Guys, that's
going
to be the 2-2. That is the 2-2. That's going to pay me $100. Again, it would cost you
I'd press it to 100 and put the 50 in the rack.
a VIG on the table. I'm not paying VIGs because I'm pulling bets down and going up, and it's not worth it to me. That's a 3 craps 3. No help to me. The shot.
Caution. Caution.
And what do we have here? That's an 8. That's going to be the easy 862. Yeah, that's 120. That'll pay me. Let's do this. Let's pay it 150 for 10. The actual payment is 110. We're going to put 150 for 10. I'm going to make that look like 150. I'm going to put.
Come on, dude. I'm already at 180 and I just collected 210. Let's get the bets up there. If you're gonna play big boy style, press it.
This back into the rack just like that. Here we go. And that's going to be the center field 9, the 639. You got to love the 9. That's going to pay us $70. That's a $50 bet. That is going to pay me $70. What we could do here, we could press the 5 and the 9, put this money back into our rack. That way,
At least press the 9. I don't know that I'd press the 5 at that point. I wanted you to press them when you said I wanted you to place them at 75 instead of 50 anyway. But let's see how this works.
When they do hit again, you're making black chips off of everything. And there's a 4. Big Joe from Grassmaster Journey to Big.
All right. So if I'd have had my 100, that'd be paying 200. I'd go to 250.
Joe, again, that's gonna pay me $100 now. I'm gonna go ahead and press this up. Let's make it look like 100. Let's take that 50 back into the rack. And that's going to be the 549, the center field 5-4. That's a $75 bet. That's going to pay me $105.
All right. So I'd probably at this point go ahead and just collect the 105. Just being honest.
Let's go ahead and put that black chip there. Put the $75 back into the rack just like that. And now you got a black chip working for you. And everything's playing black chips now anyways. And there it is. That is a hard 10, a girl's best friend. Let's go ahead and turn off the puck. That is going to pay me $100 with the VIG. Let's go ahead and put that there. Put the $50 back into my rack. So look here, guys. I'm already almost back.
So right now, I think, unless I lost it somewhere, I'd have 250 on the 4 and now 100 on the 10. I like the 100, but I didn't like the slow pressure on the 4.
The black chips on everything. All I need is one more quarter left, and I'm back to over black chips on everything. The puck is off. Let's see if we can get out of this hand real quick. Here we go. And that's going to be the...
All right. So I would have just collected $500 less 12, which would be the VIG.
2-2, guys. That is the ballerina, the 2-2. That's the new point. Let's mark the point on the 4.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. It was the point. It was a come out roll. My bad.
And let's do it. There's a 6. That is the 2x4. And that's going to pay me $140. Okay. Pay me $140. Again, you know what?
I'd be collecting 210.
Let's do it. Let's do it 150 for 10 like I did the last one. Because what you're going to do is you're going to press this thing up to 150. And now what you're going to do, you're going to
150 will pay you 175.
Put that black chip back into your rack just like that. And let's keep it going. And there's going to be a Yo 11, then Mochiro. I think that's our first 11 of the day. And there's another 6 to 5-1 this time. That 150 is going to pay me 175. Let's go ahead.
My 180 would have paid 210 again. I could drop 30 and go to 420 or collect the 210.
Grab some green chips here. It'll pay me 175. What we can do, we can go up to 210 like we did a while ago. Let's go up to 210. Let's drop down $10. And guess what, guys? All this is going to go back into your rack just like that. Love it, love it, love it. Let's hit that 6 again. Here we go. That's going to be the easy 8, 628. All right. Again, making some money
A lot of 6s and 8s. My 180 would have paid 210.
Here, 150 is going to pay me 175. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to 210. Okay.
I probably would consider dropping $30 and going to 420 if I had not done it on the 6. If I had done it on the 6, I would go ahead and collect the 210 with no pressure.
Put all these green chips back into the rack, and my green chips are racking up on me. I need some more black chips in the rack, right? I have a lot out here. I want to put these black chips in there. Let's go. And there's another 4, guys.
Now my 250 would have paid 500 less 12.
Love the Big Joe. That is going to be a 314. That's going to pay me $200. I'm going to make it look like 200. I'm going to put the $100 back into the rack. I'm going to turn the
Go to
off,
250
all
at
our bets
least,
are off.
dude.
There are
I'm
2
already
different
at
times between the
250,
7
collected
when the
500.
puck is off. And this time it's going to be the 639, the center field. Let's mark the point on the 9. And there's another 4. Check us out here. That is going to be another Big Joe. That's $200. That'll pay me.
That would be 500. You could take it to 500, put 250 in the rack, or just collect the 500 and be so far freaking ahead right now at this point. I would never bet like this on a random unless I had really started collecting a lot of money. But this is definitely random. And my big boy play would have just kicked his big boy play in the ass.
400 bones here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press up the 10. I'm also going to make the 5 look like 100. That way I have all kind of black chips on my rack. And so all this is coming back. Look at my black chip rack here. I'm loving it. We're in great shape here, guys. Absolutely great shape. Let's keep this thing going. That's going to be the 516. Check us out.
All right. If we had gone to 420, that would have paid 500 for 10. $490 would have gone to the rack right there. We'd be up like $2,000 just on this hand.
We've hit the 6 at $200 level. That 210 is going to pay me $245. What I'll do is I'll call it 250 for 5. That way I can pull that bet back. And I'm going to have to get some more green chips because I've ran out of green chips. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this right here. That is, make sure it is $500. I need one more green chip. No, I don't. That is $500 right there. Let's count it out just to show. That is 1, 2.
Hi, this is funny because I've had this happen to me when I was doing videos. I run out of chips and have to start figuring out some way to like make a $1 chip count for 100 or something like that. They sell these things at Walmart, Amazon, Casino for You, all kind of places. I'm gonna kind of skip through this if he's gonna do a lot of
3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That I owe me for the green chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's
okay.
still,
So now I'm all square. Okay.
He's all
I'm all
square.
square. I got
Okay.
a few black chips left. And I think we're ready to roll. Here we go. A lot of exchange in there, right? That's gonna be the 12. The craps 12. We have not rolled.
Turn my bets off, dealer. Turn everything I got off. I got at least 500 on the 4, and I've got 420 on the 6, probably 180 or 420, either one on the 8. All that. Turn me off right now. 2 rolls.
The 12. That's also our first 12.
Huh.
And there's an 8, 6, 2. I got to do it again here, right? 6, 2, 8. That's going to pay me 100. Oh, sorry,
I'm still off. One more roll.
50. Let's do it 250 for 10. Let's go ahead and make that look like 300. Let's take this money here and go back to the rack. That is our profit. And let's keep it going, guys. This is the last shooter, in case I didn't say it already. And you know what? I should have said it. But that
He's out. And I'm off.
is the
Calling that the bow. Saw that 12, turned me off. Didn't work on the aces earlier, worked right here. Saw the 12, turned me off on these random guys. I pocketed, I don't know, a couple of grand in winnings plus all of my money, which was another 1,000 plus sitting on the table.
4, 3, 7. That is okay. That is a great run, a great way of showing the system of how you can use your money as a leverage to make more money. Look how much money we left out here. We could have taken all this back. That's over $1,000 sitting out here on the table that you could have taken back to your rack at any point in time. Remember, your money is this money here. Use it as a leverage or use it into your bankroll. Whichever way you want to do that, you could have regressed. But let's see how we did here, guys. We started with $2,000. Let's see how we ended up, and let's see what kind of
2,500
profits that were in here. Okay. Again, we know that this is $1,000. That's $2,000. Remember, we started with 2,500. Okay, 2,000. That's my original bankroll. So this is my starting bankroll. So everything else here is profit. Let's see how we did. Okay, let's pull all these bets back. Let's go ahead and pull all this money back. That way we can kind of see how it looks like. Okay, so this is all profit. Let's count it up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 500. That's 1,000. Okay, that's $1,000 profit right there. That should be 100. 1.
I just pulled $3,000 off the table because I was off on that last 7 in the last row. Rough number.
2, 3, 4. That's 100. Okay. Oop. I'm crashing my chips here. All right. That's so 1,125, 55. $1,155 profit. We made over $1,000 on the big boy system. You gotta love it.
All right, I'm going to say something. I appreciate number 1. Congratulations on the profit. Congratulations on the win. But if you look at the thumbnail on this video, it says win thousands. Win thousands with the big boy crap strategy. Clickbait. I get it. It's clickbait. Just like everybody else running strategies, they run clickbait. And people watch it. I get it. I'm going to tell you right now, I beat you with my bets on that last roll more than you won on all the others, plus your PSO. Now, number 1, this is a dangerous strategy on any random thrower. And as I told you, I could tell by the length of breaks in the chapters or whatever they call them here on YouTube. We were going to have a long run. That's why I decided to go ahead and show you how I would press up this from an educational standpoint, why I would press it up and how I would press it up. Saw the 12, cut my bets off for 2 rolls. Second roll, 7 came. I'm out. All my money came back in. All his money went back to the bank over there by the box. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing wrong with this type of strategy. It's not new. It sure does make me want to go to find a Shoney's Big Boy hamburger, though. I might have to go find me a picture on the internet so I can have me a cyber Shoney's burger. But that's why I'm so adamant about not liking strategies. Even when he was giving himself flexibility, he didn't really take advantage of the flexibility that the system was giving him of letting him bet freely with the profit that he had won on the hard and steady system of I got to play this 640 for 3 hits, then regress, bring the profit on the table. If you're playing with profit, there's absolutely nothing wrong with winning $1,160 or whatever he just said, $1,155. Not a darn thing wrong with that. But if you learn to be a little more aggressive at the right times and use that off button at the right times, you tend to win a little bit more. Anyway, Mark, I appreciate your video. I appreciate you showing that for all the people out there that like to watch strategy play. Good job. I called him Mark again. His name is Ryan. So Ryan, I appreciate it. Appreciate the video. Thank you for sharing it with the community out there that like to watch strategies. I'm just going to say this, folks, careful how you play. I mean, number one, we didn't win thousands. We won $1,155. So thousands is an exaggeration. Why is that an exaggeration? It's to get you to click on it. That's all it is to it. It's just to get you to click on it. He ain't the only one. We can go anywhere all the time. But I like his layout. The video quality's good. I've met him in person. Hopefully I don't make him mad. So let me say this. Go find you a good Shoney's Big Boy hamburger and learn how to bet. Practice like you play like you practice, everybody. See you on the next reaction.